Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today Stacy and I are going to be doing a cooking at home with us video featuring one of Stacy's favorite recipes.
No, favorite soup recipes.
Sorry, favorite soup recipes,
yes.
Which is...
vegan, creamy spinach, chickpea lentil soup.
Man,
long title.
That's a mouthful.
But also, we're going to be doing a Q&A.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, of the most frequently asked questions that we get asked as vegans from our friends and family. So, I thought that'd be interesting to share.
So let's get started.
You can find the full recipe on my website, stacyhomemaker.com. But let's go over the ingredients that we're going to need to make the soup.
What do we need to make this delicious recipe?
So first you're going to need, I think you can see this, some cooked chickpeas. I made these in the Instant Pot, but you can use canned chickpeas, that's fine. And same thing for the lentils. I already cooked the lentils ahead of time, but you can also use canned. You're going to need fresh or frozen spinach is fine. And then we only have some frozen celery left, so
just,
that's
use what you have. Yep.
Yep. And an onion. Usually, I think in the recipe I call for a red onion, but we have a yellow onion, so that's fine too.
Fine.
And 4 cloves of garlic.
Yep.
A lemon.
I'll be chopping that later.
Yep. And then a can of coconut milk, can of artichoke hearts in water, not oil, a container of low sodium vegetable broth.
That's right, low sodium.
Yes, and then for the seasonings we have some cinnamon, a bay leaf, red pepper chili flakes.
Oh yeah.
Turmeric.
A little spice to it.
Yes, and then I haven't had time to transfer these over to my glass bottles, but we have some cumin, Italian seasonings, and some black pepper. Now that we've gone over the ingredients, let's start making the soup. So the first thing we're going to do is get the vegetable broth.
Vegetable broth?
You can also use water or oil depending on what you want to use to saute.
Am I using the whole thing?
No, just a couple tablespoons to saute the onions.
A couple tablespoons?
Yeah.
So we're going to eye this, or are we going to get a measure?
No, we're going to eyeball it.
Okay, alright.
I don't really like to measure. That's why I like to cook so much. I don't like to bake because I don't like to measure things. I just like to keep adding until it tastes good.
Kind of see how it goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to need a large soup pot or a large Dutch oven. I like to use a Dutch oven. And you're going to put it over medium heat. And then we're going to add a couple tablespoons of the low sodium vegetable broth.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you tell me when.
Not so high. A little bit lower.
A little bit lower.
You don't want it to splatter all over. Yeah. Just keep going. You're just going to make a little puddle at the bottom of the pan. Okay. Travis is going to start cutting the onion.
I'm not a professional, okay? I'm just, I'm still learning.
I appreciate your help.
No problem.
All right, so let's start with the Q&A. So the first question is, what is your favorite vegan product of all of the vegan products?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard question. My favorite vegan product? Probably that sausage, the field roast sausage.
Yeah?
I don't know. It's really good, and I love it in like rice and soups and different things, so... I don't know. I don't know. That's what came first to my mind was the
that's okay.
The field roast sausage.
Yeah, whatever you're loving now, that's fine. Did you cut both ends off?
Yeah, cut both ends.
Cut it in half.
Cut it in half.
And then peel the outer layers off.
So what's your favorite vegan product, Stacey?
I feel like my favorite vegan product changes like every couple weeks because I get like obsessed. Woo!
Almost dropped it. It's okay, I saved it.
I get obsessed with like a certain item and then I just eat it a lot.
Okay.
And then I get over it. But right now, my favorite vegan product is Brad's kale chips.
Brad's kale chips?
Love them. They're so good.
Yeah, you can eat like 2 bags in one sitting, can't you?
Usually 1 bag, not 2.
All right.
But they're so good and they're so crispy, and I love that he makes them because it's called Brad's, I don't know.
Could be a girl.
Whoever makes them without oil, and they're just so delicious. I love it.
Okay.
So, second question is, what is your favorite vegan dessert? Don't cut yourself like I cut myself last week.
Like that I get like at the store or
anywhere. It could be something I make, could be a product that's already made, could be at a restaurant. Just what's your favorite vegan dessert?
Probably the So Delicious salted caramel ice cream.
That's my answer too.
Well, it's delicious. So what's yours?
The same answer.
Okay, well why do you like it?
Because it's delicious.
Okay.
That's been my favorite for a long time. And you know what else is really good? The ice cream bars.
Yeah.
That same flavor where they dip it in the chocolate. Yeah, So Delicious brand. Salted caramel ice cream bars dipped in chocolate. Oh, delicious. The third question is, what is your favorite vegan restaurant?
I don't know, man. That place in Orlando is like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot about that place.
You forgot about that place? I don't know.
That was really good.
Alright, restaurant. Okay, it's going to be Ethos in Orlando.
Yeah.
They had this lasagna. Was it lasagna?
I had the lasagna.
What
you had the calzone.
The calzone. Oh, okay.
They were both really good.
The calzone was like phenomenal. So maybe it could have been the best calzone I ever had, period. Vegan or other, yeah.
We'll insert a picture here.
Yeah.
So you can see it. It was beautiful. Like just the way that they prepared it, it was
Yeah.
So good.
And the sauce was great with it, the marinara sauce. And
delicious. And I had the lasagna there, and that was really good too. But I think the calzone was better. By a smidgen.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, the calzone was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we got some steam going on here.
Yeah, it's getting hot. So we need to add the onions in.
Add the onions? Just
yeah.
drop them in?
Do you want to chop it a little bit more?
More? Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
So, Stacey, what's your favorite vegan restaurant?
So my favorite restaurant, just general restaurant that has really good vegan options is Mellow Mushroom because I love pizza. And
love pizza.
They're really good at making vegan options. They do a vegan option of the holy shiitake pizza that I love.
It's phenomenal.
And they also make is it the Cosmic Karma? Or no, tie-dye.
No, tie-dye.
They make a vegan version of the tie-dye pizza that I love. And pizza is one of my favorite foods. I think it's one of your favorites too. So that's always a good choice.
I might as well be a Ninja Turtle.
I don't get it. Do they like pizza?
They love pizza. Wait, you loved Ninja Turtles when you were younger. You used to dance around with the cartoon.
But I don't remember
So you didn't watch it?
I mean, I was like
Stacey,
a baby.
you gotta remember some of the stuff from your childhood, man.
I don't remember.
Alright, anyway, is that good?
That's perfect.
Okay, here we go. Throw it in there.
Okay. So we're putting the onion into the vegetable broth right now. We're gonna let that cook probably about 8 to 10 minutes until it's a little bit translucent. We're gonna add a little bit of salt because that helps it to cook and caramelize the onions. And my favorite vegan restaurant is a restaurant in St. Pete. It's called Love Food Central.
Yeah.
They make the most delicious vegan food, and it's 100% vegan, everything there. It's so good. I don't think I've ever been there and had something I didn't love. Have you?
No. It's amazing.
So good.
But it's like, I can say the same thing about Dixie Dharma and...
I do love Dixie Dharma too.
Like that's really good too.
Yeah. But then I was also going to say I wanted to give an honorary mention to Valhalla Bakery because it's not really a restaurant, it's a bakery.
Okay, well that's pretty great. Well, if we're going to do honorary mentions, I'm going to go with Plant Love Ice Cream.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, because their ice cream is phenomenal.
It is phenomenal. There's just so many great places
There
around
is.
here.
There is.
But yeah, Valhalla Bakery, they have one in St. Pete and in Orlando, which we'd love to go to when we're in Disney. If you can stop in there and get a chocolate chip YOLO, do it.
Do it.
Will not regret
or the whiskey bourbon YOLO.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, because that's phenomenal.
Chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
But their cakes are great. I got their cake for my birthday last year. Last time we went, they had, what was the everything turnover breakfast croissant thing.
That was really good.
Delicious. Everything they make is so good. So the onions are cooking over medium heat right now. We're going to let them cook for about 8 to 10 minutes until they're nice and translucent. And Travis is going to mince up the garlic cloves. Let's add a little bit of salt to the onions. Just a little sprinkle.
Is that for flavor or?
I mean, for flavor, yes, but it will also help the onions to caramelize while they cook.
Gotcha. Okay.
So let that cook for a little bit.
All right.
All right, let's talk about the next question.
Next question.
I really like how you're cooking or like preparing.
Yeah, I know.
Usually it's just me in here alone.
I got suckered in. I got suckered in today.
All right, the next question is cooking vegan hard? Compared to traditional cooking.
Well, you're going to have to answer first because I don't really cook that much.
You've been cooking a little bit.
A little bit.
You've been helping. So a few weeks ago, right when the quarantine started, I cut my finger pretty bad when I was chopping an onion. And so Travis took over the cooking for like 2 weeks while my finger was healing, and I did not want to touch a knife. I think you've picked up a few skills in the last couple weeks.
I mean, I like, chopping stuff and... I like doing that, but
you made the tofu.
Yeah, I like the tofu. I like doing potatoes.
Yeah.
Seasoning those, cutting those, peeling those. That's pretty good. Stuff that's not going to take me like hours to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But to answer the question, I don't think cooking vegan is hard. When Travis and I first moved in together, we were not vegan, and I was cooking just regular traditional meals, and I didn't like that because I never liked touching meat. It always grossed me out. So that part was harder for me than this, I feel.
Okay.
I feel like cooking these meals are much easier and simpler. You don't have to worry about cross-contamination.
That's true.
You're just cutting up some vegetables and grains and...
Is that good?
Legumes. That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to put that into the pan. Actually, let's let this cook for a few more minutes, and then we'll add that in. Because the garlic only needs to cook for about a minute or two.
What are we doing with the lemon?
You're going to juice the lemon.
Juice the lemon.
Give it a roll first.
I rolled it earlier.
Well, let's give it another roll.
All right, one more roll.
So we like to roll the lemon first because it helps the juices to activate, and I feel like you get more juice out of the lemon or the lime when you do that.
So we're using this little juicer right here.
Yeah. The next question is it hard to be vegan at Disney World? So if you guys have been watching our YouTube channel for a while, you might have seen some of our Disney videos. We love going to Disney World.
Love it.
It's one of our favorite
So
hobbies.
sad it's closed right now.
Very sad, yeah.
But, you know, I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, we can't wait. But when we could go to Disney World, I didn't find it hard to eat vegan at Disney World at all, especially within the last year. I feel like a lot has changed at Disney World.
I agree.
Become very plant-based friendly. And they don't call it vegan at Disney, they call it plant-based.
Right.
But it's similar, so we know if we see something that says plant-based and it's most likely safe for us.
Right. Or we can always ask them and they can tailor it to our needs.
Yeah,
so they're
make
very
it
accommodating.
Really easy to customize your meals. And they really care about allergies, and they just make it really easy. So no, I would say it's not hard at all to be vegan or plant-based, or really to have any allergy or food issue at Disney.
Going to Disney, yeah.
It's very, very simple. They make it easy.
Got about that much juice.
That's great.
Looks good?
Yeah. So next we're going to add the sliced celery that I already have. So when I buy stalks of celery, I don't usually use it all at once. So I like to freeze it in batches, so then I can just pull it out of the freezer and use it for soup or whatever I'm making. So this is about 2 stalks, which is what my recipe calls for. So we're just going to add that. And it's okay if your celery is still frozen because it'll defrost in the pan. Not a problem. We're going to add that to the onions. Now I'm going to add the garlic cloves that Travis minced earlier. I'm going to mix those in and let it cook for a few minutes. The onions and celery and garlic look good. They're pretty much cooked down by now. We're going to add the dried seasonings.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
So do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
I got to be included in this. I got to feel like I'm doing something important.
Okay, so let's start with 1 teaspoon of cumin.
1 teaspoon.
Okay.
Okay, next.
1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Okay.
Good. Okay.
Cinnamon.
All right.
1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Perfect. Okay, next.
1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. So I usually I use these jarred bottles of spices, but I found a better price on organic bulk spices on Amazon. You get a pound of spices for a much better price than buying these little bottles at the store.
Yeah.
So.
And you can always keep your old bottles, and then if you want to have
just
bottles,
keep refilling.
just refilling.
I just haven't had time to transfer them over.
Gotcha.
I'm going to. I was thinking about doing a video of rehauling the spice cabinet. Yeah. If you guys are interested in that, want to see what it looks like before and how we can transform it into something
let us know.
Much nicer. Yeah, let us know. I could definitely film that and show you what it's like. So 1 tablespoon of Italian seasonings. If you don't have the mixed Italian seasonings, you could always do a combination of oregano, thyme, rosemary, same thing.
1 bay leaf.
This is all we have left of the crushed red pepper flakes. So we're just going to use the rest of them. So we've added the dried seasonings now. I like to add them after we've sauteed the onion, celery, and garlic, because it's going to give it time to meld with those flavors, and you want it to be very fragrant. It's going to smell really, really good right now. You smell it, Travis?
It looks delicious. Yeah, it smells amazing.
Yeah. So the dry seasonings have been cooking with the onions and the garlic and the celery for about 2 minutes now. It smells really good. So next we're going to add the chickpeas and the lentils.
How much chickpeas are we using?
So my recipe calls for 2 cans of the chickpeas and 2 cans of the lentils, but since I just made them myself, it's about 3 cups.
3 cups, okay.
Worth, so I'm going to add
Sounds
3 cups. And you can just keep stirring as I'm adding.
Okay. And this is still on medium heat?
Oops. Yeah, still on medium heat.
Okay.
I think this is about 3 cups, so I'm just going to pour this all in here.
All right. Guesstimation.
I'm eyeballing it. It looks like 3 cups. Okay. Mix that in, and then we're going to add the rest of the low sodium vegetable broth plus 2 cups of water. Looks good already.
Looks delicious.
And this is my favorite brand of vegetable broth. It's the Pacific Foods low sodium vegetable broth. I just think it has the best flavor, and I also love this one because it doesn't have any added oils or sugar, because vegetable broth does not need that.
Right.
It should just be vegetables.
That's it.
And seasonings, maybe a little salt.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Here's 1 cup, and here's the 2nd cup of water. So we just added the lentils, the chickpeas, vegetable broth, and the water, and we increased the heat. We're going to bring it to a low simmer and then reduce the heat and let it cook for about 20 minutes. And while we're waiting, I'm going to ask you another question.
Okay, what we got?
So the next question is, do you like leftovers?
Yes, I love leftovers, and I'm sure you love leftovers too, because you don't want to cook every day. But yeah, I like leftovers. I mean, everything that you make is delicious, so I mean, I like having it more than one day, especially when it comes to like enchiladas or soups.
That's what we had last night.
We had enchiladas and we had leftovers. I was like, oh, thank God, there's extra enchiladas.
Jackfruit
I love them.
enchiladas.
Yeah, jackfruit enchiladas. Sorry, I got a little excited there about the leftovers, but what do you think about leftovers?
I mean, I love leftovers
I'm
because
sure.
that means I don't have to cook again the
Right.
next night.
Right.
I never understand when people are like, yeah, I don't like leftovers. What?
I don't know. Maybe because they don't like things reheated. Certain things like aren't that great reheated. Like pizza, like isn't that great reheated.
What?
I don't know. That's how I feel.
What?
I don't
No.
know. I mean, usually
Pizza's great.
I just
anytime.
eat cold pizza. Like for
But
leftovers.
it's still leftover. It doesn't matter if it's hot or cold.
Well, I'm just saying.
Just because it's leftover doesn't mean it has to be reheated.
I guess that's true. That's true.
So you love leftovers.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So do
love leftovers.
Leftovers are great.
Leftovers for the win.
Next question is, what is your favorite vegan recipe? I feel like you always get stumped with this question every time I ask you this. Or like when other people ask you,
Okay.
they're like, well, what's your favorite recipe that Stacey makes? And you're like, I don't know. What do you make, Stacey? What do you make? What do you make?
I don't know.
You, like,
There's so
forget all
many.
the things that
Can I give you like top
you said.
3, top 4?
Yeah, what's your top 3?
I like the stroganoff. It's delicious.
That is
I like the
favorite.
buffalo cauliflower tacos. Those are dynamite. The enchiladas that I just mentioned are awesome. I like the whiskey jackfruit sliders with the pineapple on top.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. Okay, those
I was going to say, are you going for top 5 now?
I might as well. The macaroni and cheese that Stacey has.
No, that was one of mine.
Okay, well, sorry. Those are my top 5 real quick. They're amazing. What do you got? Go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, I was going to say the vegan macaroni and cheese because
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese has been one of my favorite foods since I was a kid. Another one that I really liked is the scalloped potatoes.
Oh, yeah, those are
That's
good.
really delicious. I don't have just one favorite.
Okay, well, go.
I love meatloaf that I make
Oh,
because
yeah.
I like to make it in different ways so I can use the same recipe and make meatloaf,
Yeah.
meatballs, or like a mushroom lentil burger.
Okay.
So it's really versatile. So the soup has been cooking for about 20 minutes. Now we're going to add the artichokes, the coconut milk, the lemon juice, the spinach, and we're going to put this loaf of bread into the oven. Of course I could make a loaf of bread, but we can't find any yeast right now.
I know.
so-
We cannot find yeast anywhere.
Yeah. I have a recipe for a no-knead bread that I love. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's on my website.
Yep.
If you do have yeast and you can make fresh bread, that would be really nice. But we don't have any yeast, so this is my next best option. It's called the Essential Baking Company Take and Bake Sourdough.
So sourdough, yeah, sourdough, yeah.
But I love this bread.
This bread is really good.
It's so good. It tastes just like I made it myself. Whenever this brand goes on sale, I always get a couple loaves, and it lasts for a while. Like it's like shrink wrapped in here, so
Yeah.
this is gonna last a few
Like
months.
vacuum
so
sealed.
yeah, it's vacuum sealed.
Yeah.
So I get a couple loaves when they go on sale, and I just keep them in the pantry for when I make soup. And if I can't make the bread myself, then we always have this on hand.
Perfect.
So we're gonna pop this into the oven. It bakes at 425 for 12 to 15 minutes, and we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients to the soup, and the dinner should be ready. So we just put the bread in the oven. Now we are going to add the artichoke hearts. So we're just gonna use some canned artichoke hearts, and we're gonna chop these up just like a rough chop.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
Don't dice them.
No, you don't have to dice them.
Okay.
Something I do like to do when I use canned artichokes. Also, make sure you look for artichokes in water,
All right,
not oil.
switch.
Okay. Wait, before you cut them, take the artichoke and hold them over the bowl or the sink and just squeeze out the excess brine because it's just extra sodium. You just don't need it. So let's just try to squeeze it out because the artichokes.
Whoa. Sorry about that. Got a little wild.
The artichokes are pretty tender, so you don't really need to cook them for that long. So it's fine to just add them the last 5 to 10 minutes when you add the spinach. Same thing with the spinach. You don't need to overcook the spinach. So I like the spinach when it's still, if I'm using fresh or frozen, I like when the spinach is still bright green.
So a rough chop.
Rough chop, yeah.
Okay.
So just cut them. Yep.
Okay.
You don't need dice, mince, nothing crazy. Just give them a rough chop.
Got it.
You can cut them down the middle if you want.
Okay.
So they don't stay in the circles. And then we're just gonna add this to the soup. So the next question is, what are the biggest misconceptions about being vegan, in your opinion?
I don't know. There's a couple.
do you
I feel like one is like, am I gonna feel full? Am I gonna have like enough food?
Yeah.
Because I'm vegan.
Yeah.
Um,
That's funny you say that because that was one of the first questions that my friends asked me
Really?
when I first went vegan, yeah.
Gotcha.
They're like, do you ever feel full or do you have to like eat more?
I like feel
No.
full all the time. Like those enchiladas we had last night, I only had 2.
Yeah.
And I was full.
And Travis has
And
a
I
huge
like,
appetite.
yeah, like when I go to buffets, I put it down. What
Yeah.
do you think for a misconception about being
One of
vegan?
the biggest ones is about the protein. Because
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I always get that question. I was like,
Yeah.
how do you get your protein? And I'm like,
Oh,
I wish I
count
had
the
like a
ways.
list. I was like, here you go, here's the list.
We eat beans every single day, some type of legume. If it's a lentil, if it's black beans, if it's tofu, there's just so many options. Like there's so many ways to get protein. And it's not even just in beans. There's protein in vegetables too. There's
Right.
so many different sources.
Right.
Perfect.
Okay. I think another one probably is like, am I gonna find enough things that I like now that I'm vegan. Because, you know, there's so many options when you're eating traditionally, so they're like, am I going to have enough options? Is there going to be enough variety of what I can eat? Am I going to get bored?
Salads every day.
Exactly.
That's a good point too, because I feel like a lot of people think that when you're vegan, you just eat salad every day. That's
100%
definitely not true.
true.
When we first went vegan, I didn't even really like salad, and I hate saying that, but I really didn't. Like,
I mean, salad was never like, oh my gosh, I want to have a salad. Even if it was like a chicken salad or whatever kind of salad, I never liked salad
a plain,
that much.
you know, just greens with some vegetables. I was never into that. I never wanted to eat that.
Right.
But then over the years, I feel like my taste buds have changed, and now I really love having salads.
Yeah.
So I just think it's so crazy that people think that, oh, if you're vegan, you can only eat a big bowl of lettuce.
There's such an array of foods that you can have.
There's so much, so many options. So yeah, I think those are
agree.
great.
Absolutely.
Now we are gonna add the coconut milk, chopped spinach, and the lemon juice.
Okay.
Okay, you want to do it?
That's about half.
All the coconut milk.
All the coconut milk.
Yep. And that includes the water. If your coconut milk has separated, so you just have the coconut on top and the liquid at the bottom, just pour it all in. That's fine. Next, we're gonna add the whole bag of frozen spinach. And I like to add the frozen spinach at the end, so it's still a bright green. I don't like when it gets like dark brown. It just doesn't look as appetizing. So you're just gonna let this cook for about 5 more minutes until the spinach has fully defrosted and the coconut milk, and the rest of the soup is hot all the way through. And we just took the bread out of the oven, so it's good to let it sit for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, so then when you cut it, it's not super hot in the middle. Because if it is, I used to work at Panera Bread. That was my first job.
First job.
When the bread first comes out of the oven, you never cut it right away, because if you cut it right away, then it's going to get like kind of sticky and mushy in the middle.
Okay.
So you kind of like, it's not really setting up, but that's
what they call it.
Yeah, you're letting it set up for like 5 to 10 minutes, so let it cool down a little bit. So we're just going to let this cook for about 5 more minutes, and then it's time to eat. So while the soup is cooking the last few minutes, we're going to ask the last question, and that is, what is a vegan product that you wish was available that is not currently?
I feel like I haven't found a good substitution for wings. Yeah. Like, I love wings. I used to love wings.
Yeah.
But I can't find like a good substitution for some nice wings.
You love cauliflower bites, like the cauliflower tacos that I make, but like a breaded cauliflower, but it's not the same.
Yeah, the consistency isn't the same.
Yeah.
So I don't need a bone in it per se, but
no.
I don't know. I can't find anything with like the same kind of texture. So I miss wings. So I wish there was something like that. What about you, Stacey?
My answer would be a vegan cheese that's made without oil, because we've been trying to cut back on the oil that we consume, and all of the vegan cheeses, I think, contain oil.
Gotcha.
Because like when they're solidified, when they're chilled, that's what keeps them solid.
Yeah, right.
The oil, because it's cold.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer. So I haven't been eating as much vegan cheese lately because of the oil. So I wish I could find a vegan cheese that didn't have oil, so I could eat it more.
Yeah.
So the soup is done. We plated it up. We got our bread. You ready to taste test?
Love the bread. Yeah, I'm ready to taste test.
Do you want to taste test with the bread or with the spoon?
I'll do it with the bread.
I want to do the bread too.
Okay. Fine. Deal.
Because you know it's the best.
So good.
It's so delicious.
What do you think?
I love it.
It's dynamite, man. So good. It's like creamy. I think like the coconut milk gives like a creaminess to it. It's like thick. It's hearty. It's amazing. And I love the sourdough bread. So good.
I do too. I love the spinach, the artichokes, and the chickpeas and lentils. It's just delicious.
So good.
I love it. And you can find the full recipe for this chickpea lentil soup below, and it's on my website, staceyhomemaker.com.
And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next time.
Bye
guys.